Help, I have no idea how this game works. It's like Mario Kart, I don't know. We can hit each other? Oh, I'm just gonna kill this guy now. We're invincible.
I'm in the Littlewood, also known as mine, that's Ballistic Squid.
Hello, hello.
And today we are playing a brand new game mode on the Hypixel servers. I saw Bebop Vox play this yesterday, you let me know about it ahead of time. And this is called Arena Brawl.
Dan here from the Diamond Minecart, and welcome to the Hypixel server. So for today's Saturday minigame, I am going to be playing a brand new one, which is called Vampire Z.
When you first log into Hypixel, you might think that it's all sunshine and rainbows, with game modes such as Bed Wars averaging 5 to 10,000 consistent players, or Skyblock averaging 20 to 40,000 at once. But there's more that just meets the eye than just these game modes. I made a video around 2 months ago covering the story of many other abandoned game modes, but in this video, I'm going to be covering the story of Hypixel's classic games, and what led to them being abandoned by the general player base. Like and subscribe for more, and let's hop into the video. Currently, there are 6 game modes in the classic games lobby, and the first game mode that I'm going to be covering is none other than Arena Brawl. Arena Brawl was first released to Hypixel on March 20th in 2014, and it's a competitive minigame where players use sets of melee and range abilities to fight enemies. It has 4 skill categories, which include offensive, utility, support, and ultimate skills. You're also able to upgrade your player stats, including health, energy, melee damage, cooldown reduction, and runes. Arena Brawl has a few different modes, which include 1v1s, 2v2s, and 4v4s. But with Arena Brawl being around for over 9 years, it became very inactive, and it isn't really played by anyone nowadays. But why did this happen? If we take a look on the forums, the main reason on why Arena Brawl is dead is pretty much the same throughout all of the players. And that reason is that the power-ups are too overpowered. Another person claimed that the game mode has too many OP perks, but on top of that, they also claimed that it's a pay-to-win game mode, where donators could pretty much get whatever perk they wanted just from buying a booster from the store. So for a short summary on why Arena Brawl is dead, it was due to the overpowered perks, and it's pretty much pay to win. But anyways, let's get to the next game mode on the list. And that next game mode we have is Vampires. So let's just hop right into it. Vampires was first released on August 22nd in 2013 and fully released on September 6th in 2013. In Vampires, there are 24 players. 3 of these players start as vampires, leaving the rest to be survivors. And in order for these survivors to win the game, they have to survive 21 rounds. If you die, you become a vampire, and in order for the vampires to win, they have to kill every remaining survivor. Oh yeah, and there are also zombies spawned each round, but that's not important. Out of all of the game modes in the classic games lobby, Vampires is the most active, averaging around 15 to 40 players during peak hours. But how did Vampires die? Some people on the forums believe that its death is due to it being a team game and people not knowing how to play as a team. Some other reasons that people stated were that the game is very difficult to understand, it takes a lot of time to learn, and lastly, survivors are too overpowered compared to the vampires, and the vampires need a buff. So in short summary, over the years, Vampires has become a dead game mode. Due to the game being very difficult to understand for newer players, it being a team-based game mode, and the survivors are way too overpowered. The next game mode would be Turbo Kart Racers, but since I've already covered it in a previous video, I'm not going to be covering it again. But I will put the video at the top of the description if you are interested. But anyway, let's talk about the next game mode on the list, which is none other than Quakecraft. Quakecraft was released on Hypixel sometime in 2013, and it's the oldest game mode on Hypixel. Quakecraft is a free-for-all, first-person shooter game, and the first person to get 25 kills wins the game. Pretty self-explanatory. Once you gain more and more coins, you can upgrade your railgun and unlock different cosmetics for it. There are 2 different modes, which are solo and teams. In solo, there are 7 to 12 players, depending on the map, and in teams, there are 16 players, meaning an 8 versus 8. But as all of you are probably wondering, how did this game mode lose its players? When you take a look at the forums, some people say that Quakecraft relies too heavily on ping, and some say that some people are just too good. And for these reasons, the downfall of Quakecraft started, and the game mode was abandoned by a majority of the players of today. Anyway, the second to last game mode that we have is none other than the Walls. The Walls was first created on June 29th in 2012, and a basic rundown of the game is that the Walls is a team survival / PvP based game mode where 4 teams consisting of 6 players on each have 10 minutes to gather resources, and after the 10 minutes are over, the walls fall down and everyone fights to the death. You can hide underground, create traps, build bases, or fight. The possibilities are endless, and the last remaining team wins the game. There are loads of different perks that you can also buy with in-game coins. Throughout the games that you play, you unlock different achievements, but I'm not going to name them all because that simply just take way too long. But what led to the decrease in player count? The reason that the Walls is dead now comes down to a few reasons that people have stated on the forums, which consist of people killing each other before the walls fall, and there are way too many skilled players, so it's really difficult for new players to get into the game. With there being a lot of skilled players, lots of forums users are in agreement, and this is the most prominent reason that the Walls is dead nowadays. And last but not least, we have Paintball Warfare. Paintball Warfare was released on May 19th in 2013. And it is a team shooter game where 2 opposing teams shoot paintballs at each other to diminish the other team's number of lives. There are multiple perks you can buy and lots of power-ups you can purchase in game. Every kill gives you golden nuggets, which is the currency of the power-ups. And the first team to reduce the other team's lives to 0 wins the game. You can also buy different cosmetics and earn different achievements. But as all of you are more than likely wondering, how did Paintball Warfare die? Unlike any of the other game modes that I've talked about in this video, when you look at the forums, there's only one main reason that you can find. And that reason is that most players are into PvP based game modes, and Paintball simply doesn't fit in that category. But if you do have a different take on any of these game modes and why they are dead, let me know down in the comments. But anyway, that's gonna be all from me. If you did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe. And with all of that out of the way, have an amazing rest of your day, and I will catch you on the next one.